Now, the wall, going to build a wall, build the wall. Remember all that? And all the Democrats, that's horrific, that's against humanity, human rights and all that. Racist, yeah. Well, they did. So the wall, they stopped building it. And I think something like, 4,000 migrants a day are coming across the border now. Suddenly, so Joe Biden thinks, oh, maybe that Trump wall is a good idea. It's extraordinary. He's now going to build it.
It's pretty outrageous, the hypocrisy of this whole thing, after arguing that building the wall was not only racist but useless. And he tried to make this argument back in 20 and 21 that the wall wouldn't, serve any purpose, and that most illegals are just visa holders that overstayed their expired visas. And he's since let in 8 million illegal immigrants over the open border that he created. So, yeah, this is really a huge turnaround. And I think he knows that he's polling at 23 on the issue of the border. So I think he's finally capitulated and realizes he has to distance himself from his own reckless border policy and build 20 miles of wall. By the way, Trump built 400 and they need another 1,000. So I'm not sure how much of a purpose it will serve.
And lest we conflate our migrant crisis here in Britain with America's. I mean, America's is on a whole different level, off the scale. Thousands coming across every day.
210,000 in September.
210,000 migrants from Mexico into America in 1 month alone. Think about that. And of course, it is causing a humanitarian crisis.
It really is. And children are dying on the border. Children are drowning, trying to cross the river. This is a humanitarian crisis created by Biden and the Homeland Security Department led by Mayorkas. So, this is a self-inflicted wound, to say the least, but it's really hurting these poor migrants and helping the drug traffickers and the human traffickers. So it's really a shame. It shows the inconsistency and hypocrisy of Biden and Mayorkas. I think they should impeach Mayorkas before they impeach Biden.
I mean, frankly, the wall is a good idea. It always was. But of course, because Donald Trump had the idea, it's a terrible idea. It wasn't. It was a good idea. That's why Biden is going to start rebuilding the wall or extending the wall. But this is epic political cynicism, isn't it? Because what I think he's thinking is, wait a minute, I'm in trouble electorally. Trump is on the march, and I could lose against him. Now, he won the last election. When he won the election, he won it largely on the basis of we're going to build a wall. So he's trying to nick that policy, isn't he? Now Biden is going to say, we're going to build a wall. It's extraordinary.
They did some focus group or some research, and they figured it's a complete loser as policy. He's polling, as I mentioned, at 23.
But it's a winner's policy. Build a wall is a winner's policy.
It was in 2016. It should be again in 2020 after having, by the election next year, they will have allowed 10 million illegals coming in. I mentioned 210,000 in September. That's a $2.5 million pace. So this time next year, it'll be 10.5 million. So it's really obscene. But yeah, he knows he's got to pivot on that. He's polling at 30 on the economy, and I'm not sure there's much he can do about that except try to make an argument for it or dress up the pig. But the border is the issue he's polling the lowest on. So here we're seeing the political pivot.